Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we got an X and Y Wi-Fi battle for you against Chilakiller. I'm using Derpy's team yet again because I want to change things up and I'm a little bit bored of my team, so I'm gonna be using Derpy's game. I've got some pretty new threats going on here. So yeah, that Lopunny, man, that Lopunny does work. So yeah, stick around and watch the battle. Enjoy. Chilakiller, rocking all red. He's a complete blood. I'm gonna lead off with Raikou since I can volt switch the fuck out of whatever I want. He's gonna lead off with Gengar, which is really excellent because I am carrying that extra sensory. So naturally, I do outspeed Gengar as well. So I'm gonna hit him up with that extra sensory. Take out this Gengar. However, this Gengar has Focus Sash and it also has Hypnosis. So I know it's not rare to see Focus Sash, but it's so rare to see Hypnosis because Hypnosis is so unreliable. But I don't want to get hit by any Dream Eater or anything like that, so I'm going to have to switch out. I'm going to switch into Lopunny just in case he goes for a Shadow Ball, and not to mention maybe my Lopunny can outspeed it. Maybe, maybe not. But he's going to go for a Sludge Bomb. I mean, why wouldn't he, right? Sludge Bomb does more than Shadow Ball. He's going to go for his second Hypnosis, so Chilakiller is not playing any kinds of Sleep Claws, and he lands it, so that is kind of a bummer, but you know, it's not the end of the world here. I'm gonna switch out expecting a Sludge Bomb. I'm gonna go into my Derpy Surplankton. But then I'm thinking he might go for his Hypnosis again, so I'm gonna bait him out. I'm gonna bait him to use Hypnosis, so I'm gonna bring in my Magic Bouncing Xatu, so he will fall asleep, so he can have a taste of his own medicine. But for some reason, he goes for Focus Blast. I'm thinking, okay, that's not really effective towards that only do neutral damage to, yeah, my Escavalier, and my Escavalier is carrying out a Soul Fist, so not really sure why he went for Focus Blast. Now he's gonna go for a Shadow Ball, but luckily I do live it, so I'm able to go for a U-turn just in case he switches out. So yeah, finally I got rid of this non-sleep clawing pain in the ass, man. Let me tell you, man, that is one problematic Gengar. Now I'm gonna switch back into my Escavalier to bait that Sableye to come out, and he does send out his Sableye. He's gonna go. I'm predicting that he does go for the Will-O-Wisp, so I'm gonna send out my Xatu for the second time. So he should know. He really should know because he also has a Magic Bouncer on his team. He has that Espeon, so not really sure why he went for the Will-O-Wisp. I guess it just slipped out of his mind, but you know, it's kind of obvious. I just sent out my Xatu like moments ago, so trying to bait him to, you know, use Hypnosis on himself. But luckily this Sableye is burned now. Pretty fucking sweet to use Magic Bounce right at the you know, good moment, just like this one. So he's gonna switch out, but you know, I don't care. I'm gonna stay in and go for the Roost because, well, I want to, you know, rack up as much Roost as possible. So Chilla is gonna send out his Scolipede, and I know what these Scolipedes do. They just use Protect and Substitute and Swords Dance or Iron Defense, so I'm not gonna even bother letting him go for the Substitute. I'm just gonna hit him up with that Nightshade, and I know that Nightshade would take out this Substitute because Nightshade does exactly as much as that Substitute. They both do a quarter damage, so naturally I would take out the Substitute. So I am not gonna allow him to sit comfortably behind a Substitute. No sir, I don't care if he's gonna get max speed or whatnot, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna let him sit comfortably behind the sub, so I'm gonna keep using Substitute. He does go for Protect, so here I could have maybe switched out, but it doesn't really matter because, yeah. So I'm not really sure what he's gonna switch out to, but you know, he does have a lot of threats. Like he does have that Tyranitar, and he also has an Espeon. And I know Espeon can use stored power, and with you know, speed boosts and all these like iron defenses, stored power can be ridiculously high. So yeah, I'm gonna keep using Nightshade to just kind of pressure it to Baton Pass early, so I can just hurry up and just, you know, pressure it because I don't want him to keep setting up. So at the same time though, I am grabbing more leftovers, so things aren't looking too bad here. He's at like +3 or +4 speed now, so surprisingly, he's gonna Baton Pass, even though he could live probably potentially like 2 or 3 more Nightshades, but he's gonna switch out now. He's gonna go straight for this Espeon. Things are looking a little bit fucking scary because this Espeon probably does have Shadow Ball, so I need to watch out. But I know this Espeon isn't finished yet. I know Espeon is gonna go for Calm Mind. Usually they do. So now I'm 100% for sure this Espeon does in fact have stored power. So I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna U-turn, and I know exactly who I'm gonna switch out to. I'm gonna switch into my Escavalier. So, unless this Espeon has HP Fire, it's not gonna do too much to my Assault Vested Escavalier. So, even if he has like really high stat boosts and to use stored power, he's still not gonna do too much. Surprisingly, he uses Calm Mind. So, really questionable and strange moves on his behalf yet again, because I'm not sure if this Espeon can live a Mega Horn. I know this Espeon is at +2 defenses thanks to that Scolipede Iron Defense, but this is a fucking Mega Horn coming from Escavalier. Escavalier has massive attacks, so yeah. And now he's gonna send out his Tyranitar after seeing that I just used you know, Mega Horn, so really questionable there. So I'm pretty sure this Tyranitar probably has Fire Blast or Fire Fang, so I'm like, alright, better switch into Suicune. Great opportunity for me to switch into Suicune to eat up any of those fire attacks. And you'll see, however, this Tyranitar does not have any fire attack. This will go straight for the Earthquake. I'm thinking, I don't know, my Escavalier is not a pure Steel type. We established that many times ago. I just used Mega Horn, you know, so that non-stab Earthquake won't do shit to my Escavalier. So, had I known that this Tyranitar was just gonna use you know, Earthquake, I would have just stayed in and used an Iron Head or a you know, Mega Horn. But but you know, whatever. I'm gonna use Calm Mind down on my Suicune. So he sends out his Metagross. I'm thinking, okay, maybe it has Thunder Punch, maybe it doesn't. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I am Suicune, so I will live one Thunder Punch from this Metagross. So I'm like, okay, well, let's just see what he's gonna do. I'm just gonna keep using Calm Mind since it's a great opportunity. And I'm just kind of praying that it might not have the Thunder Punch, and it turns out it doesn't, so it goes for the Zen Headbutt, but yeah, it's not going to do too much. So since I am Suicune, I am bulky as hell, so pretty fucking sweet there. I'm going to grab some more leftovers. I'm thinking at this comfortable range, you know, I could probably burn it. He goes for the Bullet Punch now, yet another questionable play. I really don't understand why. I'm going to use Scald. I'm at +2. Unfortunately, he does not get burned, but you know, it's all good. You know, my main priority is just to pretty much live any attacks and retaliate back, so I'm gonna go for another Skull, hoping maybe I can get a burn, so then he can just die. But as you'll see, it's actually enough to kill, so I didn't even need a burn, so that's pretty fucking sweet. Sandstorm finally does subside, so now I can heal myself back to full with leftovers little by little. Now, Chilla is going to send out back his Tyranitar. Okay, that's fine with me, since I am physically defensive, and not to mention I have +2 Calm Mind, so this Scald is going to hurt a little bit. Even though this Tyranitar is behind the Sandstorm, it still will hurt a lot. I'm not getting any burns today at all. He's going to go for the Crunch. It's going to do quite a lot, actually, and I get buffeted by Sandstorm, so a little bit scary here. A little bit scary. This Tyranitar at least is not Mega, so that's kind of reassuring. So I'm gonna go for the rest, man, because yeah, I don't want to play any games here. I don't want to. I mean, I could go for a Scald and just finish off this Tyranitar, but just in case I don't, I want to just use my rest so I can eat up any attacks and be at full HP back again. So now I'm comfortable. I also carry Sleep Talk on this Suicune, so yeah, I can either use Skull or just keep using Calm Mind, whichever is fine, as long as those crunches do not drop my defenses. So I'm going to use Sleep Talk, and please don't use Rest. And I do go for the Calm Mind, so which is great, you know. I could have just went for the Skull and just kill it, but you know, Calm Mind works too, as long as it wasn't Rest. I hate Sleep Talking Rest. It's just the worst, so. Turns out he's gonna keep using Crunch, so he really wants to drop my defenses. That, I mean, even a Stone Edge would have, you know, do more, but yeah, he really wants to drop my defenses. But no, I am not dropping my defenses today, no sirree, so. Luckily he didn't get a crit either, so I'm still able to survive his attacks, live another day to go for another Sleep Talk, and unfortunately I use Rest, so yeah, that's not good. And this Crunch, hopefully it doesn't get a crit, and luckily it doesn't. And I am buffeted by Sandstorm, but I live with like 2 fucking HP, so it's pretty sweet. Suicune is just way too bulky, and it just refuses to die. I'm gonna wake up again. I'm gonna go straight for the Rest, because yeah, Sandstorm can potentially kill me, so even if I kill this Tyranitar, there's that chance that Sandstorm can kill me. So I need to rest up, get full HP. I am Suicune after all. I function the best while I'm at full HP, so. Luckily, Sandstorm does subside, and luckily he doesn't drop my defenses, and luckily he does not get a crit, so. And hopefully I don't fucking use rest when I use Sleep Talk in this turn, so. You guys will see. I'm gonna use Sleep Talk once again. And finally I use Scald, and this Tyranitar will not live this Scald, so finally I'm through with this Tyranitar. I'm gonna grab some more leftovers. It's so amazing how Suicune lives with like 2 HP. That's just how resilient this Suicune. So he sends out his last Pokemon, his Scolipede, which was pretty much supposed to sort of, well, how do you say, clutch this battle for him, but turns out that he switched into, his Espeon, and his Espeon did not like a Mega Horn coming from an Escavalier, so. I'm gonna use Rest again, so it's really hilarious. This Scolipede probably doesn't even have any attacking move because it has Protect, Substitute, Iron Defense, and Baton Pass. Yeah, it doesn't have any attacking moves, so it's really hilarious. So at this point, my opponent has no choice but to give up, so there you have it. I still had 2 of my Pokemon, sleeping. My Raikou and that Lopunny just chilling in the back and never waking up, but thank you, Chilakiller. Really awesome strategy. Love seeing the whole baton passing team. I don't advocate Sleep Claws, but hey, you know what? It's all good. I like to, try to challenge myself anyway. So thank you so much, and thank you for watching this X and Y Wi-Fi battle. If you guys like this battle, please leave that like. Make sure to comment, share that opinion, and subscribe to more X and Y Wi-Fi battles. If you guys haven't subscribed, well, subscribe now. If you guys don't have an account, well, you guys can create one now. So thank you yet again.